Welcome to Sabretooth and Nethemba, where we care about your security. Last time on Try Hack Me, we did an easy box called Chill Hack. And then last time on HackTheBox, we did a hard system called Mantis. Let's see if we can get something a little bit easier this time on HackTheBox. Although it doesn't really matter. Let's see if we can keep these going roughly in order. I mean, I've got these in date order, as you can see, and the staff pick just keeps coming first. That's bugging me. Let's get this done. Let's just get this one done, and then we don't have to worry about it. You know, it doesn't. It'll stop bugging me then, won't it? So why not? Let's do HackTheBox easy. I wasn't expecting this easy, but okay. Cap. So I'm not sure what to expect on this one, but I'm assuming it's one of their training boxes. It never hurts to go back to basics, guys. So let's make a direct. Before we do that, let's actually get this thing running. We will. Why is that offline? Shows that I'm connected. Oh, because I've not spawned the machine. Right, got you. We'll switch to adventure mode as well. We don't want to, like, oh, look at this. User blood in 3 minutes 38 and system blood in 4 minutes 44. However, it's very, very possible. I'm not saying this is the case, but it's very, very possible that whoever routed it that quickly helped the creator or beta test it for the creator or something. It's possible. I'm not saying that's what happened, you know. So you shouldn't really take too much stock in the first bloods if they're really quick. Let's actually do this and just get this one done. Boxes cap, and then we're going to do the same and change directory. Hopefully it won't take too long. Having said that, how long is recommended for this one? It doesn't say. It's not like HackTheBox where it gives you a recommended time. Oh well, it is what it is. Some people have said, am I going to do some live machines? The problem with this is that HackTheBox won't allow me to show them, but I could do some live machines in Season 10 and get a bit of a ranking, and not release the videos until after the embargo. You know, that's a possibility, isn't it? So maybe, you just won't see them whilst they're live, if that makes sense. So Nmap T5 all ports, aggressive scan, and we're going to put in the IP here. We've not immediately got any error, so that's good. Normally I have this sort of thing running beforehand. However, in this case, obviously not. I wanted to explain, you know, let's actually do cap. Let's get this done. It shows it's online now. That's good. One player, that's me. I think that we've got, from this point, we have individual instances for all systems, which is really cool, because now you can't sort of like run into other people's progress and stuff like that. Hang on, why has that gone back to there? Let's go back to adventure mode. Go away. Okay. So see if we can get a little bit of a, there we go, 66% done. That's not too bad. Probably only 3 ports then, 33, 66, 99, you know, so there may only be 3 ports open if you think about it this way. It's really having trouble on port 2, isn't it? As in the second port, not port 2, you don't understand what I mean. So if there's 3 ports open, shall we have a guess? There's going to be SSH, there's going to be 80 for web, so that's 22, 80, and either 8080 for a alternative web, or maybe 21 for FTP. That's what I'm guessing at right now. Normally if there's only like 3 ports up, it's like 21, 22, 80, or 22, 80 and some high web port or something like that. I could be wrong. So let's have a, this one is only like 7 hours. What's going on? Do they know it's not going to take that long? It's normally like 24 hours, isn't it? Or is it because it's an individual instance, you now only got 8 hours instead of 24? That's interesting. Intriguing. I'll have to see about future boxes as well. So now it's moved on to the Nmap scripting engine, which is this A flag here. It's running a few of the scripts on the ports and see what it comes up with. And there we go. Now then, look at the state of this. So that's taken just over 2 minutes. Ooh, wow. Port 21, port 22, and port 80. Gee, what a surprise. I never would have thunk it. I absolutely got that one, guys. So port 21, FTP, SSH, and then we've got HTTP server 404 request. Oh, how clever you are. Okay, fine. So I guess we could start with 21 and see if there is any anonymous access on FTP. That's where I generally start. FTP, go away. Let's get a few of the. Hang on. Let's get a few of these open. I generally have a few. So FTP, anonymous password. No anonymous access. Okay, fine. No anon on FTP. So let's have a look at port 80 and see what the web is like. Security dashboard. Gee whiz. Right, hello Nathan. We're logged in as Nathan. That's quite interesting. Huh. I don't know to log out on. Oh no, it doesn't do anything anyway according to the what I'm seeing in the bottom left here. Let's look for robots.txt, which there is not one. And let me also do a directory brute as well using GoBuster. Gob. Right. So GoBuster URL is that, and then the word list is medium. Let's just do a small one for now, and then we can always do more later. And 50 threads might kill this, so let's do 30. See what happens here. Whilst that's we've got data and IP already. Well, that's running netstat. Let's take a look at some of these options. Security snapshot, 5 seconds PCAP analysis. It's taking a while to load. Come on. Oh, is that because it takes 5 seconds to get, like, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, load. Yeah, okay. So that's what it means, 5 second. Huh. So it pauses for 5 seconds. That's interesting. IP config. Okay. Netstat. Okay. So what is my IP then? Ten, 14, 15, which is it on here? Don't think so. No, it wouldn't be under a netstat, would it? Interesting. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. Let's take a look at some of these. Data IP netstat capture. Okay, data. Okay, IP is obviously the this here IP config, netstat, and capture as well. Capture is intriguing. 5 seconds PCAP, which is a capture file plus another. What? He didn't do this before. Huh. So it's got 0 packets, 0 packets, TCP packets, UDP packets. Huh. I've got an idea. What happens if nmap, what happens if I hit the server with a port scan? Oh, I did that quickly. Let's do all ports. What happens now if I do this? will it... That's data 1 now. It was data 2 a minute ago. That didn't do anything. What's going on? Oh, now it's got packets. Data 3. Let's download... Right, okay, let me update notes. So, 80 shows security dashboard. Hitting this pauses for 5 seconds, then shows captured packets. We ran a nmap scan to see if it picked them up. And there's only one way to find out, really, isn't there? And that is by downloading this and saving it as boxes cap. Saving it here. So where are you? We'll open this in Wireshark. Yeah, 10, 10, 14, 15 was definitely our IP. Huh. So this must be the port scan then. It's just trying all these different ports. I see. Wow, okay. So it was able to... which it does. We can download the capture at... What's the URL of this? Copy this link. Can I do that? Can't do that. I'll just put that then. I could use Burp Suite actually, and you know what, let's do that. Might as well do it properly, you know. See, this is why I can't believe that this has been routed in 3 minutes, you know. There's got to be some inside information somewhere, or somebody's just ridiculously fast. Because it takes like at least a minute to scan for the ports. And I'm sure you try anonymous FTP, and then, do you see what I mean? It's just a little bit unrealistic. So, you know, there's got to be some beta testing going on by the person who, I could be wrong. What do I know? What do I know, guys? So we are going to target, nope, intruder dashboard, scope, sitemap, issues, intruder repeater collab. Okay, fine. Okay, what are we doing? Burp. Let's go here. And we can see what it just tried to grab there. Get interesting. That was rather interesting. So where's my proxy gone? I knew I was missing something. Where's my proxy tab? Like literally, is that... Oh, that's here. How do I get that back in? Huh? Why is that detached? Oh, I'm so confused. Is that it? There we go. Proxies. I knew there was something. I was like, something's missing here. Something's very wrong. So we'll do this. So now we should be able to see download /3. Okay, fine. That makes more sense. So download /3. We could, you know, do download /2. I wonder if we go data 2. That didn't work. What about data 1? That's got 0 packets though. Data 0. That's got some. So this is known as an IDOR, indirect object, something, can't remember. So we access this and find more packets. Okay, I hope. So 0.pcap, let's try that and see what's in this one. Indirect, insecure direct object. What's the R stand for? I honestly can't remember. I do this for a living, guys. It's just sometimes, you know, things just go out your head and whatever. Okay. Okay. Oh, FTP. Notes.txt. Hang on a second. Ooh, password. Look at this. Right, let's follow this in the TCP stream. So user Nathan, password nice. Cool. Oh, request. Insecure direct object request, you idiot. This contains... I told you I knew it. It's just my brain just goes to mush sometimes. Right, now can we access the FTP using this? So FTP, let's go back up to that. FTP, Nathan, at, password. Hey, get user.txt. Is that our user flag? I think so. I'm not sure what good that will do us now, though. Fine. Okay, there's our user flag. You know what I could actually do? I could always try this as SSH as well, see if there's password reuse. That's quite a common thing. So we'll go back up and we just need to change FTP to SSH. And then put in the password and nice. Lovely, lovely. We have access to the system as Nathan. Yeah, I suppose this isn't a difficult one. Maybe someone could do it in 3 minutes if they just rush through it. And got lucky on the right things. Immediately new to EDOR, like 0 and whatever. Anyway, group ID Nathan sudo L password. Oh, that wasn't the password which I copied, was it? Try that again. Sudo may not run sudo on cap. Okay then. Okay, I think we should get some limpies then at this point. So we're going to cd progress scripts and then sudo python 3 module http server port 80. And at that point, everything okay with this recording? Yeah, it seems to be good. I'm a little bit out of frame, but that's fine. At that point, we can wget whatever my IP is. What was it? 10.10.14.15, I think. I think so. Oh, what's happened? There we go. Slash limpies dot and then chmod. And then finally limp. Okay, limpies, off we go. Just need to wait for the this to stop moving on the right. Probably won't need this. Probably won't need this anymore. Should be able to close this off, I think. I wonder if I can answer some of these questions in the guiding mode. How many TCP ports are open? 3. Boom. After running a security snapshot, and so on and so on. Maybe I should do that one. Anyway, what was I doing? Waiting for limpies. Obviously, if we see something red, yellow, we're definitely going to look at it. Red, possibly. And then everything else. Linux version 5.4. Interesting. So, a little bit more up to date than previous ones we've done. Kernel version. Oh, what is this? Dbus service objects list. I don't even know what I'm looking at there. Nothing interesting there. My brightness is down. Let me get some light on this. There we go. All the way up. Not that that's going to make a difference to you, I'm sure. Well, maybe. No, I know it doesn't. Don't worry. FTP, okay. Do we have anything here which are interesting permissions? There is no useful sewage on here. Capabilities. Oh, look at this. It is yellow and red. Files with capabilities. So that is probably going to be the way in because it, limpies highlighted this one. So limpies shows in yellow and red. This. So this has the set UID capability. Now you can set the UID. Root always has, I'll show you. You should know this by now, but if you don't, if you're new here or if you're just learning, it would be useful to know this. Root always has a UID of 0. It doesn't matter what the username is. If it has a username of 0, then it has root access. A general user has like Nathan 1000 or above. So if we're able to set the UID to 0, it does mean that we can root something. So we have root access. So Python 3.8 has this. So Python 3 has set UID. So this is what I would try to do here. I would run Python 3. Come on, there we go. Interactive mode. I would import PTY. And then if I start using the PTY, if I do spawn, you might recognize this from the thing that we do to get a, what's the word? Something terminal, TTY shell. So if I start a new bash shell, what should happen is it'll start me a new shell, but I will still be the same user. Right? And I can exit out of this shell, back into my old one, and it goes back in, back into this Python interactive mode. Okay. Now, what if instead we've already imported PTY, so we don't need to do that again. What if instead we import OS and then use OS set UID to 0? Okay. And now, hang on, if we do PTY spawn bin bash like last time, it's changed the UID to 0, so it should start a new bash shell as that user. And as we know, 0 is root. There we go, guys. Cat root.txt. And that is the root flag. Not so bad. What do we think? I quite like this one. Easy. Yeah, absolutely easy. But covers some nice basics here. It's not CTF-like at all, which is good either. So, yeah, not really. It had the PCAP file and that, but whatever. People do leave things lying around, so... shall we carry on with this? Something ID, data ID. Are you able to get other users scanned? Yes. What is the ID which contains sensitive data? That was 0. Which application layer protocol? FTP. We've got FTP password. We managed to collect Nathan's password. What other service does this work? SSH. Good to see that we're doing it the way intended. Submit the user flag. Okay, we shall do that because we got that, didn't we? Where was it? Where was it? There it is. Normally I just go straight for adventure mode and put in the 2 flags, but I quite like the way this is working out. Very easy, yeah, why not? What is the full path to the binary? Good question, actually. User bin Python 3. Oh, really? What is the full path to the binary on this machine? Special capabilities, or was it 3.8? Yeah, I remember that. And then the flag. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you know it was 3.8 because it shows it here, but also it shows it here, that files with capabilities. There we go. Easy system. I like it. So next time maybe something a bit trickier, but we shall see. So difficulty, very easy. I think we're done. Is that it? Is that everything? Congratulations. You are player 72722. Okay, well, a lot of people have rooted it and you can see why. Thank you for joining, guys. Sometimes it's nice just to do something a bit simpler every now and again. Let me grab this for my image for the intro, you know. It appears in the middle of the Nethemba logo. Quite like that. Thank you for joining, guys. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. If you haven't, please leave a comment because you might as well, and I'll say hello to you, maybe. And share the video around, share the playlist around if you can. Visit nethemba.com for all your pen testing needs. Thank you, guys. Goodbye.